Mr. Alatorre, Mrs. Walters, Mrs. Walters is here. We have 8 members present. We need 2 for a quorum. Mr. Alatorre, Mr. Yavroslavsky, would you please come to the council chamber?
Bernardi, Bernson, Dowdy, Flores, Glanter, Hernandez, Holden, Picus, Ridley, Thomas, Wax, Walters, Bowie, Orsowski, Poirot. 10 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
Okay, the council will come to order. This is a meeting of the City Council for the City of Los Angeles on the 13th day, Friday the 13th of November, 1992. There are 15 council districts in the city. The regular meeting days are Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We are currently being viewed by cable subscribers throughout the Los Angeles area on channel 35, and we're also being monitored by council phones. So the first order of business...
Approval of the minutes.
All right, Mr. Browdy moves, Mrs. Flores second. If there's no objections, unanimous vote. The next item...
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
If there's no objections, unanimous vote. The next item...
On the regular agenda, item number 1 is a public hearing. It's a Planning Land Use Management Committee report, mitigated negative declaration, resolution, and ordinance relative to a plan amendment, zone and height district change for property in Council District 12.
Is there anybody who wants to be heard on item number 1? Seeing none, the public hearing is closed. Any discussion on 1? If not, prepare the roll on the committee report. Everything but the ordinance. Tabulate the vote.
10 ayes.
That is approved. We'll leave the ordinance on it. We are expecting 12 today, but we'll leave the ordinance on the desk. Members of council, the Mayor Bradley will be bringing in the mayor of the governing mayor of Berlin into the council chamber in a few minutes, and we will have a presentation. And I know there are some presentations to be made today. If anybody has a short presentation and wants to make it now, Mr. Alatorre, if you see the Mayor Bradley come in, he's a tall fellow. Would you shorten your presentation, and I'm sure the people will understand.
Yes, Mr. President and members, this morning I have the great privilege of making a presentation on behalf of the mayor of the city of Los Angeles, and on behalf of Mr. Mike Hernandez, and Mike, if you want to join me, to a woman that is probably the most recognized Latina, Hispanic woman on TV or radio, you name it, she is the best known. Recently, she was inducted into the Latin Stars Hall of Fame at the Movieland Wax Museum with a wax model of herself. She has made, obviously, numerous contributions through her journalistic skills to the Latino community, not just here in the city of Los Angeles, but throughout the country and throughout the world. Today we are proclaiming Cristina Day, which is a day that it is dedicated to recognizing the talent, the journalistic skills of Ms. Cristina Saralegui. She is a talk host show. She is the Latin equivalent to Oprah Winfrey, and I think she's better than Oprah Winfrey, but I'm not going to get into a debate about that. She has been editor-in-chief of the internationally distributed Cosmopolitan in Spanish. She has been involved in the publishing business, in the magazine business, as well as on television. She is a woman of great distinction, and para mí es un privilegio presentar una mujer que ha dado tanto para la comunidad latina, no solamente aquí en la ciudad de Los Ángeles, pero en cualquier estado, en los Estados Unidos o cualquier país latino. Y este día está dedicada el Día de Cristina por todo lo que ha hecho en televisión y en cualquier posición que ha dado, porque ha dado bastante. Quiero presentar a Cristina Saralegui y primeramente quería... Pásale. Mike, do you want to say that?
Sure. Gracias.
Sí, como no.
You know, Mr. President, members of the council, election night, I left the podium at the Biltmore to talk to what I called my natural advantage, and that's the Spanish language national media. And you have to understand that Cristina is a very special person, because no matter whose household I go to, particularly in my district, people are talking about Cristina and the issues that she's taking on and dealing with. And a lot of us tend to forget exactly who those people are out there that are communicating with population bases that maybe the rest of us have not been able to. And so Cristina is a very special person, and it is my special honor only because chances are my mom's watching this, and she's probably saying, how come Mike didn't invite me? And my mother-in-law is watching this, my neighbors are watching this, and I think just having Cristina here today has increased the viewership of Channel 35. But again, it's my honor to also thank Cristina for the work she's been doing.
Aquí está el reconocimiento. Muchas gracias.
Well, I'm very honored. I want to say that Oprah Winfrey is somebody who I admire very much, and I know personally. And that girlfriend has done for her minority what I wish that when I grow up I can do for mine. She's a supersonic transport. I'm just a fly asking for permission to land. So a hand for Oprah Winfrey. I mean, come on. All right. I would like to thank Mike and Richard, and I would like to thank Rosa Martinez, and I would like to thank Mayor Tom Bradley and the 14 members of the council for this great honor. It is a great honor for me. I would like to share this honor with all the Hispanic Americans, all the Hispanic Americans that I represent from every flavor. And I just want to have a little message for them in Spanish as, remember, en la unión está la fuerza, to all my Hispanics. Thank you very, very much. ¿Y dónde? ¿Para acá?
Thank you, Mr. Alatorre, Mr. Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez, did you have a presentation?
Mr. President, members of council, the other day I had the honor of speaking to a city council person from KANPUR Corporation in Kanpur, India. And he came in to ask me how government works here at the city and share with me how government works in his country. I just thought that it was unusual, the discussion we were having, because his city has a population of 2.5 million people. It's one of the biggest cities in India. It's an industrial city, and basically they have 50 council people. and the 50 council people get to choose the mayor. They also operate with a $20 million budget. When you look at our $3.5 billion and the scales of economies, their decisions, I'm sure, are very difficult. And in that discussion, I felt that it was important that we have the opportunity as a council to recognize his visit here and to give him an opportunity to say just a few words, because I thought it was an enlightening conversation. And I do have a certificate to present to Dr. Sharma on the occasion of his visit to el pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de Los Ángeles on behalf of the City Council. And I just wanted Mr. Sharma to say a few words as a City Council person from another country.
Honorable Mr. President and honorable members of council and dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, I do have immense pleasure in coming before the City Council of Los Angeles, one of the great cities of the world. I regard it as my first duty to express my gratitude to Councilman Mr. Mike Hernandez, who has lent me this great opportunity this morning. I am equally thankful to all of you for your magnanimous extension of this great honor given to me this morning. May I take this opportunity to convey the good wishes of my peoples to you, and through you to your great peoples who work together in harmony under the able stewardship of your great and renowned leader, Mayor Tom Bradley. I hail from a great and ancient nation, India. About 150,000 Indians reside in Los Angeles. USA is a great and accepted champion of human rights and is a harbinger of democracy on earth. And India, on the other hand, is the largest democracy. Our challenges are not very different, rather similar in nature and character. The city of Los Angeles has very proudly acquired a cosmopolitan character over the years, and we look forward to receiving your valued cooperation in many a field. We shared your concern with heavy hearts when ethnic violence threatened peace over here. The answer to the ethnic conflagrations which threaten to undo all progress the world over lies in introducing the element of spirit. The proud structure of modern civilization without spirit is bound to tumble down. We have to learn to realize that there is nothing but manifestation of the Supreme Soul in all without discrimination of any sort anywhere. You and we are ceaselessly engaged in achieving the common goal of development and extension of amenities to our peoples. Your achievements are remarkable, and yours is the renowned city of the world. Whereas Kanpur, our city is one of the 10 big cities of India with a population of 2.5 million. We have a tremendous work lying ahead of us, but paucity of funds puts impediments in our way of development. 100 elected members of 50 wards from all over the city oversee the developmental activities over there. We have an annual budget of $20 million, and we are engaged in a Herculean task of developing new roads, parks, street light, health, care, and basic education. This is being done in a gradual manner. The exodus from rural areas adds up further to our already complicated problems, and we cope with them simultaneously. Mr. President and honorable members, ladies and gentlemen, you have displayed your commendable interest in our activities by inviting me this morning over here. I thank you once again for your great gesture of goodwill and honor shown to me and through me to our great people of India. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. Hernandez, we do expect the mayor in momentarily, so can you delay your other presentation?
No problem. Thank you very much.
Jennifer, is he here? All right. Members of the council, we're honored today to have the governing mayor of Berlin in the council chamber. He is about to enter. It's Eberhard Diepken. This is not his first visit to Los Angeles, but we're especially pleased that he comes at this time because it is the 25th anniversary of our Los Angeles-Berlin sister city relationship. As you all know, we've had and enjoyed a very particular, valuable, enriching relationship since 1967 when we became official sister cities. Mayor Bradley, will you bring the mayor up here? Since that time, we have shared political, cultural, economic, and technological exchanges and have strengthened the understanding and alliance between the citizens of the government of both cities. Please be seated. Members of the council, the mayor will be here over the next few days, and he has a very